In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on March 2nd, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Atlanta Hawks vs. Brooklyn Nets. The Atlanta Hawks are set to embark on a journey to the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, where they will engage in a basketball showdown with the Brooklyn Nets. As the current season unfolds, the Hawks find themselves with a record of 26 wins and 33 losses, securing the 10th position in the Eastern Conference. In contrast, the Brooklyn Nets are positioned at 11th in the Eastern Conference, having notched 23 victories against 36 defeats. Notably, the Nets have emerged triumphant in 2 out of the 3 encounters they've had with the Atlanta Hawks in the ongoing season. Looking at the recent performance of the Atlanta Hawks, they have maintained a relatively stable form, splitting their victories and defeats in the last 8 games. However, their resilience will be put to the test following a disheartening 124-97 defeat at the hands of the Nets in a recent away game. DeJounte Murray spearheaded the team's efforts with an impressive display of 28 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists, supported by Jalen Johnson's 14 points and DeAndre Hunter's 12 points off the bench. Despite a commendable individual effort, the Hawks struggled with a 43% shooting accuracy from the field and a meager 8 successful attempts from the three-point line. The first quarter proved to be particularly challenging, with the Hawks managing only 16 points, setting the stage for a difficult game where they were outscored by 68-47 in the second half. The Nets' Cameron Johnson emerged as a formidable force, sinking 7 three-pointers en route to a game-high 29 points. Conversely, the Brooklyn Nets have experienced a recent downturn, losing 8 of their last 11 games. However, their spirits received a boost with a convincing victory over the Hawks, where Cameron Johnson led the charge with 29 points. Dennis Schroeder contributed 23 points along with 8 rebounds and 7 assists, while Mikal Bridges added 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. The Nets showcased an impressive shooting performance, hitting 51% from the field and a scorching 22 of 46 from beyond the arc. They established defensive dominance early on, limiting the Hawks to just 16 points in the first quarter and building a lead of as much as 31 points in the second half. As the impending matchup looms, the Hawks continue to grapple with the absence of Trae Young, while the Nets are without Cam Thomas, with uncertainty surrounding the availability of Ben Simmons. Having suffered a 27-point defeat at the hands of the Nets in their recent encounter, the Hawks approached this game as an opportunity for redemption against a formidable Brooklyn team. With Cam Thomas sidelined, the Nets face challenges on the offensive front, adding to their existing struggles. Anticipating a resilient comeback, the Atlanta Hawks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. When examining the offensive and defensive averages of both teams throughout the season, their performance in the last 3 games, and their records in home and away settings, a projected total of 226 points emerges. While this surpasses the indicated total, considerations for the absence of Trae Young and Cam Thomas suggest a potential reduction, possibly falling well below the 221.5 mark. Recognizing Brooklyn's need to control the pace and deviate from Atlanta's average pace of 105.5 possessions per game, the overall game total is expected to stay below the projected figure. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Utah Jazz vs. Miami Heat. The Utah Jazz, currently grappling with a challenging season, are poised to conclude their 3-game road journey across the Southeast with a showdown against the Miami Heat in South Beach on Saturday night. Placed in the 11th position in the Western Conference and holding an overall record of 27-33, the Jazz find themselves in a precarious situation. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat, returning home after a successful 5-1 road expedition, stand at 33-26 overall, firmly entrenched in the competitive Eastern Conference playoff race. The Heat anticipate the return of several key players who missed the final game of their extensive 6-game road trip. Notably, the prospects of Harrow and Richardson making a comeback for this crucial game appear highly promising, injecting a considerable boost into the Heat's performance for this matchup. Conversely, the Jazz face the likely absence of Kessler on Saturday, further complicating their challenge against the formidable Heat. Kessler's absence is particularly impactful, as his presence typically provides the Jazz with enhanced capabilities on the glass and around the rim. Without him, expectations loom for a formidable performance from Adebayo, with Butler and the Heat's wing players enjoying a more uninhibited path to the basket, as the Jazz struggle to salvage their fortunes in the concluding game of an unsuccessful road trip. Their playoff aspirations in the competitive Western Conference appear to be diminishing. In stark contrast, the Miami Heat find themselves embroiled in a heated battle with Orlando and Indiana, striving to secure a position beyond the play-in round. Miami recently engaged in a high-intensity contest against the formidable Nuggets, succumbing to a 103-97 defeat in a low-scoring affair. Despite the setback, the Heat had been on a 5-game winning streak prior to this loss, showcasing resilience even in the absence of key players such as Kevin Love, Tyler Herro, and Josh Richardson due to injuries. Although Herro's availability remains uncertain, the presence of Bam and Butler in the lineup significantly strengthens the Heat, irrespective of the supporting cast. James Jackson, an impressive rookie, is poised to assume a pivotal role should Herro and Richardson be sidelined. In contrast, Utah has been enduring a challenging stretch, failing to cover the spread in 7 of their last 8 games. Therefore, the Miami Heat to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. Heading into this inter-conference matchup with the Heat, Utah ranks 7th in pace but faces defensive challenges, currently positioned at 25th in defensive rating. Their vulnerability is further evident in allowing opposing teams to shoot over 39% from beyond the arc, placing the Jazz second to last in three-point defense. The Miami Heat, known for their willingness to engage in an up-tempo style, are likely to capitalize on Utah's defensive struggles. Notably, the total points scored have surpassed the projected total in 5 of Miami's last 6 encounters with the Jazz. While both teams may not be prolific in scoring, the heightened tempo of the Jazz combined with Miami's stellar performance in recent games leads us to predict that the game's total will exceed expectations, making over the projected total our full game total pick. Portland Trail Blazers versus Memphis Grizzlies. On the forthcoming Saturday night, an intriguing clash is set to unfold at the FedEx Forum, featuring the Portland Trail Blazers and the Memphis Grizzlies. These two teams, currently positioned among the lower echelons of the Western Conference, are scheduled to face each other in the first game of a back-to-back series on Friday night. In a compelling 2-game series at the FedEx Forum, the Portland Trail Blazers and the Memphis Grizzlies, both struggling in the competitive landscape of the Western Conference, are poised to engage in an intense battle. Noteworthy player absences include Malcolm Brogdon and Sheedon Sharp, sidelined due to elbow tendonitis and abdominal surgery, respectively. Adding to the Blazers' challenges, starting center Dean Ayton will be absent from this particular game, having previously maintained an impressive average of 19 points and 11.3 rebounds in 12 games prior to the matchup against Miami. Coach Chauncey Billups revealed that Ayton's hand X-rays yielded negative results. Furthermore, rookie guard Scoot Henderson is expected to remain sidelined until at least March 4th, with Ashton Haggins, Chris Murray, and Delano Banton set to see increased playing time in Henderson's absence. On the Memphis front, the team has covered the spread in 5 of their last 6 outings, showcasing their resilience with more players available than their counterparts. Following their convincing performance against the Grizzlies in the previous encounter, the Portland Trail Blazers might entice some with the allure of a free bucket. However, a deeper analysis reveals that neither the Trail Blazers nor the Grizzlies should be overly concerned with securing victories at this juncture. The primary focus for both teams should be on accumulating more lottery balls. The impending matchup is deemed somewhat unappealing, considering the recent performance, and the Memphis Grizzlies, having displayed greater competitiveness throughout the season, should be motivated to deliver an improved effort this time. Notably, the Trail Blazers have managed to secure consecutive victories only 3 times since November 5th. Even with a roster resembling that of a G League team, succumbing to defeat twice at home against the Trail Blazers would be a source of embarrassment. Consequently, the prediction is for the Memphis Grizzlies to emerge victorious and cover the spread as favorites in this full-game matchup. The Memphis Grizzlies have weathered the storm of injuries throughout the current season, with several key players unavailable for this upcoming game. The absence of their top 3 scorers further exacerbates their challenges. Gigi Jackson, a double-digit scorer in 8 of his last 9 games, joins the list of sidelined Grizzlies for Friday's game. In the event he remains unavailable, Lamar Stevens, a valuable reserve, stands to gain additional minutes on the court. Both teams exhibit deficiencies on both ends of the court, setting the stage for a competitive and back-and-forth fourth game, particularly with both starting big men, Aiton and Jaren Jackson Jr., sidelined due to injury. As the season progresses, both teams are expected to exercise caution with their players. In terms of offensive rating, Memphis currently holds the bottom position, closely followed by the Blazers. Therefore, the full game total pick leans towards the under the projected total. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.